Hi, I'm Graham Monday from Brighton Bear Weekend, and I have the pleasure to introduce you to Alan, one of our contestants for Mr. Brighton Bear 2022. Hi, Alan.
Hello, Graham.
How's it all going?
Well, brilliant. Enjoying the sunshine, enjoying the probably couple of weeks of British summer we're about to have. So yeah, can't complain.
Now, you've got a blurred out background, so I have no idea where in the world you are. Where are you?
I'm on the third floor of my house, which is my bedroom, straight my office for working from home. Which is why I have it blurred, just to have a bit of privacy. But yes, at home on the third floor.
Where's home?
So I live in a place called Melksham, which is up in Wiltshire.
Okay.
Um, so I'm kind of in between Swindon, Bath to Bristol.
All right, right. And so, what takes you there? Is it work or pleasure or
Well,
love?
here's a little twist to the old story. Um, so when I lived in Brighton, which obviously I'm sure we'll touch on, I met and was started to date a guy who lived in Swindon. And then obviously after successfully we were dating for a while, I chose to leave Brighton, moved to Swindon, and obviously was with James for a few years. And then obviously things didn't work out, but then I had a job here. I was doing really well. Um, so I just stayed here. But then I met my husband, who's now my best friend, and he was in Melksham. So I obviously then left Swindon to move a little bit further down the M4 to Melksham, and have been here ever since.
Oh, so you live with Russell then?
No, so Russell is my new partner who lives by Heathrow.
Oh, so
I
you're
still,
complicated.
yes. See, I could be on Love Island with my story, but I still live with Sean, who I was married to for 10 years, who is my best friend,
Right.
and we still own our house together. So yeah, he's my best friend. It's bizarre.
So
Didn't work out as husbands, but he's my best friend.
are you bringing Sean and Russell to Brighton?
No, Russell.
Okay, just Russell.
Yes, Russell will be there cheering me on. But
Fantastic.
yeah,
So did you think about moving back to Brighton at all?
honest answer, no. I think, to be honest, Graham, I had a fabulous year when I lived there. I loved it, but I probably exhausted it, like any young, crazy gay man who left Manchester to move to Brighton. Um, that I I left on a high and probably thought, well, I'll never, probably experience the same year that I've just had. I worked for Virgin. I lived and worked in the Queen's Arms, so I knew Beryl and Andy, like obviously my best friends, who obviously they were the landlords, obviously of the Queen's Arms at the time. So yeah, I just had a phenomenal year that I thought, well, why would I go back? When I thought I've set up roots really up here in Wiltshire in a bit of countryside now.
Countryside. That's very good for dog walking, isn't it?
Well, yes, and when I've got 15 dogs,
15.
15 dogs.
Yeah, do you have to walk like that?
I don't walk them all at the same time, and obviously I've got quite a bit of land.
Well, that's fantastic. Yes, you don't want to have 15 dogs and be in the centre of Brighton.
I had two. I literally moved to Brighton. I brought two of them down. I've obviously been in pedigree dogs for 20, 22, 23 years now. Um, and when I moved from obviously up north, I brought two of them down. Hugo and Pebbles came to live in Brighton with me. But clearly I was having a phenomenal time that it wasn't fair to them. So they moved back home to be with my parents up north while I enjoyed Brighton.
Well, I'm pleased you're having a good time in Brighton.
Yes.
But do you specialise in breeding any type of dog?
Yeah, so my main breed is, I'll just say it as this way, is Dougal from Magic Roundabout.
Oh yes,
So,
I got the instant image there.
yep, it's a small dog, long hair. Although obviously I only have the long hair on the ones that I show. The rest of them are all clipped off like little teddy bears. But I have 2 litters downstairs, so I've got what are they now? 8-week-old, 6 8-week-old babies, and then 4 7-week-old babies.
Wow, that all sounds like a bit of a handful.
Love it.
And you show, but also don't you judge as well?
Yes, yes. So obviously I've done the showing longer, because they basically do it as if you are kind of like an apprentice. So you have to show and show that you're committed. And yeah, and I judge. And I've been very blessed to, travel with my judging and be overseas. So yeah,
You are
it's a
all over the
huge.
country. You're all over the country, aren't you? You've been in Blackpool and Norfolk and all these other places judging. How did you get into judging in the first place? Was it just going from breeding, or how did you get invited?
So yeah, so actually it was purely as you were just stating, from I had a partner who had 3 girls, and they were a beautiful breed. I loved them. They got under my skin, so I decided to research how can you breed them, and what kind of local kind of studs are in the area, or and just really started that way. And I was quite fortunate that when I lived up north, there was a lady that was 16 miles away that was a good breeder. She had some beautiful dogs, so she kind of took me under her wing. So I used her dogs a few times. She then sold me a dog that I could show, and I just started that way. And then when I really got into the showing, the next thing was then actually to kind of really, open the doors to judging. And so I started doing my exams, and started being mentored a bit. And yeah, just uh, over the years, just like anything, building up a career, it all slowly, adds up the miles, the clocks, the numbers to what level you can judge at.
I didn't know you had to do exams. Makes sense now you said it, but yes.
Yeah, you
Mm.
get assessed by a panel.
Right.
So it's
To
sometimes
judge.
it's not good. It's not good for the faint-hearted,
Right.
um, and sometimes it can be quite cruel,
Mm.
very political and very bitchy. But
Right.
the rewards are worth it.
Well, while we're talking about animals, Bear 107 are sponsoring Brighton Bear Weekend Mr. Competition. So let's have a bit of a thing from Bear 107. And that's Bear 107. Have you seen their website at all?
I was browsing some of their little goodies, but I do I did restrict myself from purchasing, but yes, I was on there.
Well, if you win, you get £150 worth of gift
Oh
vouchers
well,
to spend on that.
listen, I am addicted to the Bulky Bear shop in Gran Canaria, and I am wearing one of his beautiful vests now. I love it. So I'll be spending if I'm a winner. Don't you worry.
I do like Big Bulky Bear, and I love the fact they do individual designs that only last
Mhm.
about 25 runs. They're very good. I got a few of them myself, actually. You are
They
always
cause
you're always in
I,
Gran Canaria, aren't you?
I, yes, I've just 8 holidays in 10 months. I've just had.
Have you thought about buying a villa there?
Well, everyone keeps saying that. But to be honest, Graham, it was all the holidays that, because of the pandemic, that we kept getting moved. I
Ah,
didn't have any that was cancelled. Mine, I just kept moving mine, and so then suddenly when good old Boris opened up the airports, I just thought, well, do you know what? Start taking them. So I went the week after we was allowed to travel without any isolation. So I went. I was out there in the July, and it was pretty much like a ghost town. It was still in curfews. It was in level 4. There was no tourists. There was hardly anything opened, but it was glorious heat.
did you go for Bear Carnival this year?
Yes, yeah, I did.
How was that?
I really enjoyed it actually. So I've never been. I wanted to go. It was always something I wanted to do. Um, I didn't do every part of the Bear Carnival like probably everyone does. Because let's be honest, there was some real hardcore bears that went to every event, did every party, met in every one of the pubs. So I didn't want to be that tied to the
Yeah,
schedule, maybe. But I stayed at Tropicana. It was full of it was full of bears. It was good crack. Yeah, I enjoyed it, and I was glad that I did my own thing with it, but tapped into the bear bits that I wanted to
yes.
join.
And they also had their own Mr. Bear competition. But why did you enter our Mr. Bear competition?
So the reason why I entered it, one obviously, living there in Brighton, back quite a few years ago now, but um, I I lost my mum to the virus in the winter of the first lockdown, and that kind of real awful, kind of real life changing moment for me made me think, you know what, we're only here once. Um, I'm going to put myself out there and do stuff I've never one been probably brave enough to, and that surprises people because people say, but you're full of confidence, you exuberate all of this vibe, but actually deep down, people don't really know me. I'm not that individual. I just have a great persona that I show I'm full of confidence. So losing mum really did make me think we are here once. You've got to enjoy life. I want to do stuff. So I took redundancy. I left my job of HR with Sainsbury's for 10 years and completely changed things within my life and really took hold of actually I'm going to put myself out there and do stuff I've never done. And one of them was, entering. I'm happy with who I am. If we talk about, I really love the persona now of me, my shape, my body. I'm comfortable with me, my beard. All of these things, and I love wearing kind of whatever, maybe the rubber gear and other stuff that I just thought, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to be very proud that I've done it. Yes, I'd like to obviously Kev to hand over his crown and sash to me. That's no secret. But I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it because one, mum would be super proud that actually I'm now starting to do stuff. Um, and put myself out there, and obviously, on that basis, like I met now my partner of 7 months, and been happily with Russell, and obviously forming hopefully a now many year great relationship with him. So yeah, that's why I've entered it. My loss of my mum really did say, Alan, go on, do it, get out and do stuff, and like going on all these holidays on my own, and getting out in the Yumbo and meeting people and talking to people. I'd be the person that may look confident but just sit on the sunbed and not speak a word to anyone, the typical Brits that's on holiday. But now I'm like, I just start the crack and chat to anyone.
I'm sure your mother would be very pleased to be the catalyst to change and allow you to start leading your life that you wanted to and always wanted in the past. And thank you for choosing our competition to enter.
No, thank you. Well, thank you for accepting my application.
Now, talking about, well, thank you. Talking about acceptance in your body, you've got a lot of ink work.
Yes, and that's another thing. I've always enjoyed tattoos and body art.
You
I
wave an
find it,
arm,
yeah. So there's my mum's tribute,
right?
4.5 hours, because she's a Lancashire lady, so it's got the Lancashire rose on it and stuff. Yeah, so I've always found it very attractive on men. I really appreciate the art of it. If it's done right, I will just say that again, not plugging this, but when I lost mum, I had the tribute, and I thought, you know what, I've got some money behind me, and I won't be stupid, but I have designs made for me, and yeah, I have them done, and I will be having another one done this Thursday coming.
Wow. Are you down to give us a preview of the design idea?
It will be on my leg, so it should easily be seen down in Brighton, because the legs will probably be out. What else could I say? I'm now frantically looking for the design, which is my eyes are looking at my phone.
Is it BBW?
I want to win, but not that much, because that would be on my body for the rest of my life. No, it won't work, 'cause obviously, but it's a
No.
beautiful flower with then obviously stems coming off it. So it's designed to curve on my leg. So everything
Right.
I have done has purpose to fit my body.
And we can look forward to seeing that on the Friday evening in Dorset Garden, and also on a Saturday when you announce the winners at our garden party. Now,
Yes.
I'm not accusing you of being a big gay bear. I do notice there's a lot of Eurovision on your social media. Are you a big Eurovision fan?
Screaming fan. Screaming. Love it. I have again desires to, and I'm absolutely blown away that the BBC are bidding for it, and it looks like that 2023s will be held in the UK. I don't care what city, they can all bicker between themselves. If it's Manchester, Liverpool, Glasgow, wherever, I'll go to it. I just can't believe. But I love it, and it was always again going to be a dream of mine to go and be at one of the finals, be there for the whole week, and yeah, loved it this year. Yeah, I am.
Have you started
Politely.
booking hotel rooms in various cities during May?
No, I would just stay with friends. I will be that person that'll be like, you offered me the sofa, I'm now cashing in on that sofa.
A perfect time to do it. Why not cash in at a point? Yes. So, I should say, is there anything else you wanted to give to us?
Oh my days. God, what a question. What else would I give? What else do I want to give to this feed? I guess, I'm just, kind of really happy to be one of the 7. Yes, I have a strong desire that I would love the public to vote. I want people to vote, for the right reasons and vote with their hearts. And, of course, obviously we're putting ourselves out there. So for me and the other 6, it's also very kind of public. And, we're kind of putting ourselves, if you would, on the market.
Yes.
But I'm happy to, and so yeah, if people feel I could take the reins from Mr. Kev, I'd love to, Mr. Kev. So yeah, I'd love you to vote for me. And I would be, if I'm the winner, I'd be very proud to wear the sash and crown at Fetish Week in Gran Canaria. Bear Week, Eurovision, you name it, I'll wear it.
I should be checking you out in those ones.
Yeah, it does make me laugh because Russell, my partner, did say if I win, you are not opening any pet shops wearing your sash. I went, oh, I would.
That'd be a good idea.
Yeah.
So this is Alan, Gemini, Gran Canaria, regular, inked, enjoys puppies on his leads at his feet, happily with Russell, and huge Eurovision fan. Vote for Alan at brightonbearweekend.com and buy all the gear at 107, bear107.com. You know what I'm trying to say, bear107.com, and vote for Alan at brightonbearweekend.com. So that's all from me, and all from him. So bye.
Thank you.